the whole movie, really, like the whole movie. Okay, the movie starts off. It was me, my friend Chris, and Jenny, and we're in the theater, and there was this old couple like a row in front of us, and that was it. That was all that was in the theater. And the old couple left before the trailers ended. We had the whole theater to ourselves, and it became nothing but us just like, why? Just yelling at the because nothing made sense, and it was terrible. And I just, it's so dumb. They have a whole scene. I'm sorry. They have a whole scene where this woman's just like, I want it to be a solo act. I don't want your family part of the band. I want your band here. I want the solo act. And she's like, no, it's gotta be the band. And she finally signs it. Oh, it's a solo act. And she signs it because Jem signs it because she knows she needs the money so that her aunt can keep her house and the rest of the band can have a place to live. And then she'll have a solo act, but she'll be making money and can support them. And this is all said to her, like, hey, sign the deal or you get no deal, and then you'll have money to support your family. And she signs it, and it's like, yeah, that's a fucking good decision. This is good decision. You should do this. And then before she gets a chance to tell her family, they all find out and yell at her without ever giving her the chance to like explain, hey, I did this for you guys. And then she goes and takes a walk, and then the rest of the band and like every other person of the movie just happen to know where she's going and are just like, oh, I knew you'd be here. And then another person would be like, oh, I knew you'd be here too. And they would all be like, oh, you should have told us all of this stuff. We totally forgive you now. Like, really, like a minute later. And it was just like, what was the point of that whole, like, I get you were trying to have drama there, but there was no point for that if you're going to just clean it up a minute later. And it was just God. Just get the makes this. And they didn't play the Jem theme song. Like, they quoted every line from that song. They did the truly outrageous. Oh my God. Okay, the ending. I don't care. Don't see the movie. Watch. Ending spoilers coming up. I don't care. I don't care. Read online. This movie's not good enough that you need to like really. At the end of the movie, the Misfits show up. Okay? It's the big villain from the show, from what I've been led to believe. Again, I don't know Jem. I've seen some videos on YouTube. You know, that's really the extent of it. But Misfits show up. Kesha is the leader of the Misfits. And that scene is amazing. Like, they show up and they're just like all ominous, and they're like, and Kesha goes and does like the whole quote from the opening theme where she's like, our music's better, we're gonna get her. And it's brilliant. It's great. And the evil boss lady is like, I need your help. And they're like, yeah, we'll do this, fine. And then they go in this trailer together to like practice. I don't know. And it says on the side, Misfits. And that was brilliant. If the rest of the movie was that ominous and awesome and just referencing, self-referential, I'd be like, yeah, that was fucking great. But it's like, you have to go and sit through 2 hours of just the music was why didn't they just should have played the theme song? Not that I can
a remix of the theme song or something.
Yeah, even during the credits, at least play it. Maybe we didn't sit through the credits all the way, but
I highly doubt it.
Oh my God. Like, there were just so many things that were just pointless. There's so many things, like, yeah, okay. I hate that. You can see when a property is being used because of the name and not for nostalgia or love of the product. and it kills me. Like Marvel and their stuff. Yeah, okay, here's a good comparison. Iron Man was made for love of Iron Man. Avengers was made for a love of the Avengers. These were movies that were made because they were like, we love the source material, let's honor the source material, let's do this. Amazing Spider-Man was made because Sony owned Spider-Man's rights and knew they could make money off of it. And you could feel the difference. You can feel the love of the characters and the respect of the characters versus the, I'm going to use what catchphrases people know and put them in the trailers so that I can sell it. And Gem's not even selling well. So they couldn't even do that right. And it really, it hurts me because I understand. Now, I'm not a fan of Gem. I know nothing about the show, but I know what it's like to be a fan and have your fandom just shit on. I mean, I saw Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, you know? And that's how I feel with this, where it's just, it was terrible. I mean, it's the first half of it, I'm like, all right, this is watchable, this is cute. You don't associate with Gem. You're just like, oh, this is these girls just kind of growing as a family and stardom and the issues of becoming the next Miley Cyrus, you know? But it just got so thrown together and just pulled so much out of their asses. And it's just, it hurt because nothing made sense and everything, you could just feel how corporate it was and how just hollow. And the most amusing part of it was just making fun of it the whole time. And I wish I could give you more of that because we had some really good jokes, but no, that was downright painful crap. It hurts. Like my brain, I feel like it's been fried a little right now, and I just want to like roll up in a ball and cry for a little bit, and listen to like decent music. There was a scene. First of all, they have this open air club.
Open
air club, and this is supposed to be the super hard club to get into. I mentioned it earlier in the review. And when you finally see it, it's this like rundown shack, and I'm like, really? This is the club that's super difficult to get into.
20 people could fit in with like Christmas lights hanging. It was pathetic.
That was terrible. And then they had this other club that, I kid you not.
No roof.
Not the no roof club. There was another club that, I kid you not, they have 20 people in the audience because that's all they could fit. But then behind her on the stage is like a football field length room. Like there's just room and room and room behind her. And I'm like, maybe you should switch this and put the small amount of floor with that could only fit 20 people where the performer is. And then you can fit all these people in this gymnasium you have. But I can't think of anything more to say. It was bad.
It was.
No, we'll just leave it at that.
It was bad.
It was bad. Don't see it. It was terrible.